Good morning, 16th of September. It's Sunday. So I can see these strawberry plants are coming on okay, some of them. One or two of them's out of the water. I'll soon get that sorted out again. But yesterday while I was at the allotment, I had a delivery. And here it is. And this is a delivery that was promised to me a while ago by my good friend Terry King at Terry King's Allotment Gardening on a Budget, and I'll leave a link in the description below. So the first thing I want to say is thank you very much, Terry. So these are the strawberries that he said he was going to send me, and I'm absolutely delighted with them. Now they've been soaking in water overnight because obviously by the time I got home last night I didn't realise this was the parcel. Obviously I opened it up, got those straight into water, and these are the Sweetheart strawberries. Thank you very much, Terry. I really do appreciate it. Terry's helped so many YouTubers out by supplying plants that people can't get or haven't got. And you really need to, if you haven't already checked out Terry's channel, you really need to go over there and check him out. He's got hundreds and hundreds of videos up there, and he has 2 plots, and how he finds the time to manage them I do not know, but they do call him the robotic gardener. So pop over there, see Terry, enjoy his videos, and tell him Alan sent you. So these are the strawberries, and these will be going in here. Thankfully we've got these pots here ready now for these, and we'll find more for them ones when we decide how many of these are going to take. The next thing he sent me was some super soil. Thank you very, very much again, Terry. I really do appreciate this. And it's just, as you can see, it's just the 1 gram per litre of water, and that covers 40 square metres. There's 100 grams in this package. So that is brilliant. Now I've also been trying to get my hands on some condor potatoes, and Terry has very kindly sent me these as well. So if, for those who don't know, the condor grow massive potatoes, and he sent me 3 seed potatoes here. Now I might try one as a full potato and the other one's cut up to try and maximise the yield, but we'll see how that goes. But for now they're going to go in the seed potato bag with the other ones. They won't be getting planted yet. So again, thank you very much, Terry. I really do appreciate it. So we're just going to get these strawberries planted up now, and then I'll bring you back. And there we have it, all potted up. Looking forward to when these produce. Now I'm not sure if these are runners. I think they are this year's runners, but perhaps Terry can just clarify. Some of them have got really good root systems and look like they may even be some of the parent plants. I just obviously don't want to over harvest from them in the first year. If you could just clarify that, Terry, are some of these parent plants or are they all runners from this year? Excellent. Thank you very, very, very much, and we're going to make good use of this on the beds this winter. So it can be applied any time of year. So we'll be adding that to the beds, especially the ones we didn't get very good harvests out of this year, and we'll just see if it makes a difference next year when we use that. Happy days. As you can see, we're getting just a little bit overrun in here. I'm not too bothered about this side because it's mainly compost and a few bits and pieces, but we've no room left on the shelves. And all this is cluttered up with boxes and everything stacked down there, so I really need to have a good tidy up in here. So today, as long as the weather holds out, I'm going to get finished off in here. We'll get the bench back down, and then I can get some of those plants off the shelves up in the dry area down here with more light and a bit warmer, and then we can start planting out some plants when they're ready as well. We'll start planting that. We'll get those carrots cleaned up and we'll take those down with us today. So there we have the carrots, the last of them. Really pleased with the carrots this year, never been able to grow decent carrots, and they were actually grown in my own homemade compost last year. Just wanted to show you this. This is the root from the aubergines. And that's the reason why I decided to overwinter it, if it's possible, left in situ in the ground. It's gone right through this bed and down into the earth underneath. And it took some pulling out, that I can tell you. So that's the reason why I've left this one in situ to overwinter and see if it is actually possible. Right, there we have it. We're done. We haven't dug this over, the no-dig beds. We've literally just scratched the surface like that, just to level it out a bit. And then I decided I was only going to keep 3 peppers and the aubergine. And of course, the peach tree. It's doing so well in here, I'm not moving that now. So I decided to uproot the other 3 chilies that I was going to overwinter. And the reason for that is because this entire bed here is going to be used for garlic and onions. And then we're going to bring this shelf back down and get some of those plants from up in the dry area out of my way and give them a bit more light and warmth. Now I know I keep on banging on about this Bosch pump, but it really is a winner. And I don't have any running water up here. All my water is collected, and basically what it is a submersible pump attached to a hose pipe, and the power in this is awesome. And we got all of that bed, these beds in here, watered. Give them a good soaking down in less than 5 minutes. If I was running back and forward with watering cans, it would have took me all day. It really is a winner, guys. Another couple of things I wanted to show you is this barrow here. Now Danny at Grapevine Garden had mentioned he was thinking about investing and getting himself one of these. They're not that cheap these days, but when I got this one I think it was about 47 quid, and you know something, it's paid for itself 10 times over. It has big, chunky, inflatable tyres. And although it's only made of plastic and some what appears to be very flimsy framing, it's surprisingly strong. I've actually had that full of breeze blocks before and dragged them from all the way down that path with the ride-on mower up here. And it has a handle which just hooks over the ball hitch on the ride-on mower. But it also has this split pin which you can take out, and you can take this handle off, and it has 2 eyelets if your mower only has an eye on the back, and you can basically drop the pin through the eye and then circlip it again and use it that way. And it really is good. But what it's really good for is if I'm moving plants like these, which I'm going to move out of this treehouse now, because I want the space back in here. And me overwintering potatoes, or well, they're not looking too clever actually, but we'll see how they do. But I want them out of there now so that I can get them into the other treehouse. And this being like a flat bed and 4 wheels, I can basically stand the trees in here and take my time going over there. It's a bit rough ground, but it's good on rough ground, this, and that'll basically get them over there in one piece. The other good thing about this is it's actually a tipper trailer. If you pull this handle forward, you can see the trailer tips back like so. So if you filled it with soil or compost, you can actually do that with it as well. I just thought I'd mention that, because I know Danny was thinking about getting himself one of these, and I just thought it would be a good thing to show in case anybody else had a similar thought or idea. Right, we're back to our winter state. We've got the fold up bench back down again now. It has stoppers on the inside of the bed to keep it level, and then it's hinged at the back. It just hooks up on these cable ties during the growing season, down again in winter. If you want to see how I made this, I'll either leave a link in the description on how I made this, or I'll leave a card at the end of the video to that video. Another jobbed. So we've put all of the greenery in here, and I've now threw a top layer off this compost here onto there as well. And while I was over here, I thought we'll get these beds weeded and get the plastic on now before we leave it any longer and it ends up getting on top of me. And likewise with here, a mixture of cardboard and plastic. So for now, that will do. And that's another couple of good jobs jobbed. So we've also started having a bit of a clear up around here. Started to clear this area here that it was full of pots and all sorts of rubbish. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm pretty flagging now. Still need to get the cardboard on these two beds here. I've got the cardboard over this bed because I am going to use this for onions or garlic. It's good soil this. I keep it covered until then. Potato buckets on top. I've also got all of the plants brought down and sat on here. Brought the two little grapevines that's going outside, but I haven't got round to it yet, so for now they'll come in here. And then a full tray of onion and garlic on the bottom, which will be going into these beds once they take hold. As will the other ones on the top and the other onions. So we'll see what room we have, and any spares will go in these surplus beds here or up there. Right, that brings us to the end of another exciting episode of Alan's Allotment. So if you haven't already, guys, don't forget to pop over and have a look at Terry's channel. I'll leave a link in the description, and also Danny's at the Grapevine Garden. I'll also leave a link for Danny's channel in the description. Now, I know I said 2 videos ago I was going to be doing a my top 10 list of YouTubers to watch. Now, this is just my top 10. It doesn't mean that they're better than anyone else, and so the top 10 list is coming very, very soon. I was going to do it today, but unfortunately I've just had so many other things that needed doing, like covering the beds, getting those weeded and cleared, getting that bed covered down there beside the IBC, getting the beds covered over there, clearing the polytunnel out, getting all the plants out of here. I've got some room left in here now. I can actually see what I'm doing. So that's a bonus. This cold that I've got is absolutely wiping me out. My head is absolutely pounding. It's quite a bad cold, I'm afraid. But to say hard work and sweat it out, well, I've certainly done that. However, it hasn't gone. Fingers crossed it clears up through the week. Anyways, as always, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.